Hi guys, we have huge Bitcoin updates for you today, as well as some amazing news from Scroll and many others, so let's get started immediately. First of all, we have finally runes on Fractal because block 84,000 is live, and now we can start inscribing, minting, and trading runes on Fractal Bitcoin. The process is very simple and straightforward. First of all, we will leave some documentations here if you want some in-depth details, but it is very, very simple and straightforward. First things first, you always go to fractal.unisat.io, and firstly, it directs you to this inscribe page for ordinals, but you have to switch over to the runes page, and the process is literally the same. So you have this list of tokens that you can mint and trade. Of course, here you can see the percentage of mint out, and it's great that you actually see the pre-mine amount as well. So in this case, of course, reminder that Fractal Bitcoin does not have the front-running problems, just like maybe we experienced with BRC20s or bitmaps. So even if something is at 99%, if you send your transaction through, it should actually be fulfilled. So yeah, process is very simple. Again, Unisat team has been very, very airdrop friendly in the past. So having any kinds of transactions on their new network might be very beneficial in the future. So let's say we want to mint this one, and you simply go to the mint page. You can choose the amount that you wish to mint, and simply go next. Currently, the gas is very, very cheap. You connect, of course, with your Unisat wallet. It is recommended to use this one since we are, after all, on the Unisat website. And then you simply go submit and pay. And here you will see that the price is very, very cheap. It's 0.02 Fractal Bitcoin for so many different inscriptions. If you select only one inscription, it's going to be like a couple cents. Currently, the price of Fractal Bitcoin is not too big, so you really don't have an excuse of, oh, the gas was too high or something. So yeah, you pay with the wallet, and that is done deal. And another thing we can do now on Fractal Bitcoin is also inscribe our names. So this was very similar in BRC20 as well. You could simply type in whatever, and you will get a .fractal Bitcoin domain name. So this could be beneficial in the future. Maybe you can even use ChatGPT or something to find the best 100 names in history, or maybe the most popular companies, snag some of these, and who knows, maybe in the future it could be worthwhile. But either way, we are primarily doing this for the straightforward example of an airdrop potentially getting you an extra transaction on the Fractal Bitcoin mainnet. Now, I was actually getting a question here on the last video, like what do you even do on Bitcoin? Like, what's the easiest and best thing to do? And honestly, this is the simplest hands-free approach that I've noticed, that if you just want exposure to Bitcoin, you just don't want to do anything there, just get some stacks and get it in Stacking DAO. They have a points program. It's got about $100 million in total value locked, so it's not very used. And other than that, guys, to get all the airdrops on Bitcoin ecosystem, most of the time, all you had to do was simply do some activity on chain. Like if you just connected 3-4 times, that did some transactions on Bitcoin, got some NFTs, that was already enough to get a really, really sizable airdrop. Now, of course, we are in the era, just like what Arbitrum and Optimism was in 2021 and 2022. So you just needed a little bit of on-chain activity, and that was enough. Of course, you also need to be sometimes in communities that understand these things, because, for example, for Pizza Airdrop, people received $500, $600 for pressing one click of a claim on the Unisat page, but it was only available for a couple of days. So if you're not in the zone, if you're not actively doing this, then you will probably miss it, because, of course, the power community is what makes crypto actually worth it. And we have been super blessed with one amazing community in our Discord. We have a BRC20 ecosystem, which has so much alpha on a daily basis, and it's been going really well for the last couple of, well, I'm almost going to be able to say years, but yeah, it's been amazing. If this is something that interests you, if you're serious about crypto, we're waiting for you in the Discord. Of course, all you have to do is go to the subscriptions page that is always in the link of the description of this video, as well as all the links are always in the first link of the description of the video. Here you will find everything regarding the monthly, yearly plans, as well as an airdrop tracking application that will help you keep organized with all of these new projects you will be farming. Of course, we also have an airdrop NFT, which is basically DeFi yield farming NFT, giving you 10% passive income every month from real yield in DeFi. And we have some great news for this. We're going to be doing another video with Chris this weekend, so you can expect it definitely next week. And here you will have all the questions answered. We've had our first payout from October 7th, so this is amazing. The results are really great, and we're really looking forward to this in the next few months as well. Now, regarding some stablecoin exposure on Bitcoin Layer 2 stacks, we have Hermetica, which has just launched their USDH stablecoin, which is basically giving you 25% APY on what might be considered the Ethena of Bitcoin. It's a synthetic dollar, which basically lets you also pair it and use it in DeFi. But first of all, let's talk how you can get it. So you will need either an Xverse or some other Stacks supported wallet. And here you simply fund it with your Stacks tokens, for example, or some other assets. But since Stacks is the gas token on Stacks Layer 2, you will most easily have an easiest time with Stacks token itself. So you simply swap your stacks for the USDH token on their website, and here you can continue and use it in, for example, Velar, which pairs you on a stable pool. So ideally, this is the zero impermanent loss one, and here you can farm it for 68%, well, 69 at the moment. And this is actually incredible because it earns you points for the Hermetica airdrop, for potentially Velar airdrops in the future, and it gains you 70% basically APY on your stablecoin. So yes, this is of course a little more risky, a little more on the degen side of things, but if you want some exposure to Bitcoin ecosystem through stablecoins, then this is probably one of the best options out there. And if you need to get some Stacks tokens yourself, then one of the easiest way to get any token is to simply find where the markets are on CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko. You have this markets tab, and here you can see all centralized exchanges that currently trade Stacks token, for example. But you will need it for gas, so the easiest way to do it is just from a centralized exchange. Now, regarding the rest of the news on Bitcoin, the Babylon staking caps were actually live a little sooner because Bitcoin blocks decided to go faster over the last 24 hours. So maybe if you have missed the cap 2, which might probably already be filled by the time you're watching this video, you have an alternative with Vaultcraft. They also have Lombard Finance Bitcoin. Of course, this is on Ethereum mainnet, but you get exposure to Lombard, to Babylon, Symbiotic, EtherFi, and many others, with also a 12% variable APY. And your Bitcoin is then deployed across many different projects such as EtherFi, Pendle, Zeroland, and other strategies. This is a little more risky because, of course, you are exposed to many different smart contracts and projects, but it is definitely better than having your Bitcoin just in a ledger if you actually want to use it in DeFi. And on the topic of EtherFi, they're also releasing some new updates. Now that the Eigen token is transferable, they are going to be giving weekly EtherFi rewards through something called LRT squared. So basically, this is going to be a more in-depth definition, but that's the short TLDR, weekly rewards for staking or holding EtherFi or wrapped ETH with EtherFi. And we've had quite a debate over the last couple of days what to do now with that Eigen token is transferable, how much should we sell, are we going to even stay in these projects such as Swell, EtherFi, and others. Personally, my plan is just to stay with these projects because most people will rotate their liquidity, so hopefully the projects will be less diluted, and there's really not much better stuff to do with your ETH where you can park it till peak bull run. I plan to sell my ETH between 5 to 7k, so there's really not much use for it just to be stuck in the wallet. May as well use it in some of these projects that might actually give disproportionate rewards in regards of airdrops. Now, regarding the TAP project, TAP protocol as teased 21st of October as potentially being token generation date. Not much has been given yet, but we will keep you updated, of course, as we have more information. We are officially in the last quarter of a year, which has historically been very, very well performing at part of the year for crypto. So hopefully many more projects will start launching and giving their airdrops and launching their tokens for their communities. Speaking of, might have some news from Rabbi Wallet. Now they've also introduced something called Gas Account, which will simplify your gas payments across many different chains. So no matter what activity you're doing on Rabbi, you can simply use Gas Account to make kind of an account abstraction method where you don't have to worry about chains, bridges, or these kinds of things. And the best thing is you can also claim some experience for using it. So if you're farming Rabbi and the bank airdrops, definitely make sure to use this functionality. Next, we also have news from the news regarding non-BTC stuff, which is Scroll, and we are going to get a Scroll listing on Binance very, very soon. There's probably going to be a launch pool as well and pre-market on Binance as well. And the most important news for this is that, of course, we knew that there was going to be an airdrop, but now we have exactly the exact tokenomics. 15% is reserved for airdrop, 7% for first one, and then 8% for future. Of course, they don't want to lose all liquidity when they smashed all of their airdrop in one round. And lastly, if you want to see more details about this, one most crucial piece of information is that you still have time to get your scroll marks because the airdrop snapshot date is actually going to be October 19th. So you have a couple more days because token launch date and airdrop claim availability is going to be 3 days after October 22nd. And if you're not scared of being Sybil filtered or something, you can check your scroll stats on scrollstat.xyz. Here you simply copy paste your wallet. It is not any kind of wallet connection, and you can see how you fare with other 2 million plus wallets who have been farming Scroll over the last year and a half. Let's wrap up with some two niche news and airdrops. Eldorado Market, the project that has been flying very under the radar, is launching their token, and hopefully it's going to be a juicy airdrop for the participants who have actually taken part. Considering that was or not probably a huge amount of people, it might actually be a cooker. We will see, time will tell. And lastly, Jupiter has launched its Jupiter Mobile, which will actually make the mobile experience much more useful. You can use all the functionality, trade bridge in much more ease. And that's a wrap for all the Bitcoin news and other ecosystems for today. Stay tuned for the upcoming Chris video update for the NFT. And as always, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. If you like the video, make sure to like and subscribe with bell notifications on. We have very time-sensitive information, a lot of it. Other than that, hope to see you in our Discord. And until next time, have an amazing day.